Hey everyone, and welcome back again to another episode of Diverse Brew. Today we have a substitute for Ives. Ives is no longer with us, rest in peace. No, Ives has a situation, and I am going through severe headache, but the show must go on. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you.
Well, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Raad, and I'm a dentist wannabe. So far, I did graduate, but still in the process of being an actual dentist.
You're freshly graduated, or
Yes, fresh.
that's why you're not practicing it yet?
Yes.
Okay. Is it something you wanted yourself?
Yes.
Not your parents?
No, not really.
Okay, that's really good. At least we have someone who survived the chain. So that's really good. Thank you, honestly, for being on the show. And I think, I don't know, you have something on your mind for today's topic. I hope it's not what I think it is, because I'm brutal when it comes to this. But go ahead, hit me.
What do you think?
Baby, one more time.
I think today I want to talk about how priorities shift us in life.
What kind of priorities?
Life changes and the ones that we're suddenly supposed to take care of.
Something you can relate to.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's an interesting topic. So, be brief. Go ahead.
So basically, what I think is that suddenly, out of the blue, you will just find yourself in a situation where you will have to take care of something new, out of the sudden. You're not prepared for.
Suddenly you're a parent. You didn't sign up to be a parent, and suddenly you're like a parent.
For example.
Cool. I understand.
For example.
This is something I completely understand. Go ahead. Not because of my son, but just generally. Yeah. Go ahead.
I figured. So, one day, I woke up. I walked out of my room to the living room and I just found a kid.
Who the hell are you?
That I just have to take care of. Like, I have to ask, will you eat? What will you do? Like, do you need
How old were you?
No, any 21.
Ah, okay. Hey, you look.
Yeah. But that's
Look.
not the age I should
Look. I'm gonna be honest. No filter.
Yeah.
I understand. I know you very well. I know what you go through, okay? But I always tell some of my friends, whether male, female, man up, my friend. Because by the age of 21, you are old enough to take care of things. I mean, some women give birth by the age of 16. I'm not saying it is right. I'm not saying it is wrong. It's up to whoever who's doing it. So, and they make great housewives. And I'm not saying that's how women should be. I don't want to be attacked. You know what? I don't care. Age of 16 is a little bit too early. But yeah, they just man up,
so
women up, and take the role.
Obviously.
But being a student, let me shift your story. Being a student while taking care of yourself abroad and another responsibility, that is hard. Yes. So
it felt really weird.
yeah.
But then days passed, and I was I realized, okay, fine, that will be my life for the coming, I don't know how long, 6 months, 8 months. Oh, and it's been a year and a half.
Okay. And do you feel like it
I
is easier with time or harder with time?
No, easier.
It's easier.
It went easier, but the shift, which it was like...
The sudden shift.
Yeah.
You were not prepared. Okay,
The
cool.
sudden shift was real eye-opening. That's one of the last part of my
But
life.
look, knowing you're doing very well. Because this is something about human. There is a saying, it is different in Arabic and English. Because in English, it is survival of the fittest. In Arabic, which is wrong, they say it is survival of the strongest. It is never the strongest. So you just fit with the situation. I mean, me, myself, I can relate somehow. My wife came to me and he was like, hey, bro, I'm pregnant. Just so casually. And I'm like, yeah, I don't believe you. 9 months later, my son is here. And I had to man up because I didn't have any responsibility. Just as a husband, I had the responsibility to my wife. at that time only, nothing else. But yeah, I took on the role of the father, and I think I'm doing a decent job, according to my friends. That's my own personal opinion.
Yes.
And knowing you womaned up and you took the responsibility of an older sister. I think you're calling out your parents, right? Cool. It's okay. This is a safe space. Raad's mother, please, you're watching the show. You're going to watch the show. This is a safe space. Don't kill her when she comes back home. So, yes, it's cool. It is cool. You know, the good things in life you don't sign up for. They just casually happen.
Definitely.
I just came up with that. It's okay.
I know.
So, how do you feel like that changed your life before and after?
Yeah.
Priorities? You mentioned the word priorities.
It did change.
What was your priority before your brother came into image?
I actually have 2 brothers in row. I had the first one, but like it wasn't much responsibility. It was responsible, but not that much because he had his own path and his own way. But like when the second one came by,
Because of the age difference?
Not the age difference. The smaller one?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that big. It wasn't much of a big deal because we're friends. It's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah, but when the smaller one came by, the priorities shifted from waking up, doing my own morning routine, going out whenever time I want, coming home. It's fine. My studies, my universities, my clinical work, stuff like that. But when he's here, okay, no, now I have to wake up 2 hours before I have to go out to know what he's going to do, what is he going to eat.
He's preparing you for marriage life. That's a good thing. Isn't it?
I didn't sign up for this. Yeah. I didn't sign up for this.
I know you didn't sign up for it, but look, I'm shifting the topic back and forth to make it a little bit argumental. Yes, argumental. I think the roles of men and women been evolving with time.
We're coming to that topic separately.
You have that in mind?
Yes.
Okay, that's really cool. Because
I need to do some equality.
Look, I can tell you my opinion from now. Gender equality does not exist, should not exist. Look, this is simple, basic. Look, this is the thing that I told you. I hope you're not going to talk about it. And here you are. We started off on a good step. Like, she's taking care of her brother. And I'm like, I can relate. I feel good for you. I feel bad for you. No, I don't. No. Bring it on. Go ahead.
For the equality?
Yes.
Like, equality.
I'm going to try my best not to interrupt you.
It's a must. Equality is a must.
Why? And how? Okay.
How?
You know what? Forget about this question. What is your definition of gender equality?
Gender equality, that men and women should have the same ability to do certain activities or responsibilities.
Don't they?
No.
Give me an example. See?
Okay. No.
Look,
No.
Go ahead. Take your time.
I will take my time.
Take your
time. And I do have an example and do have good proofs of this.
Go ahead.
Like, for example, men think that they are more empowered to do stuff like outside, like with group of people or, with the community within community. They can do it better.
Like,
how should I put this up without being offensive?
Be offensive. My job in this life is to be offensive. Just feel free.
Okay, for example, let's say I made an accident.
A car accident?
Car accident.
Okay, cool. Okay?
And my husband is here with me.
Your husband is here with you?
Yeah. Why does he think that he has to be in the station until the process is over and I stay, like I go home or something?
Look.
Meanwhile, I can still do the same and be with the people.
This is not about gender equality. This is about roles, because we men, we feel like it is our role to help protect you. Look, let's go back since the dawn of humanity. We're women, and I'm talking about percentages, because some women did join wars and whatever. would women go into wars and fight and everything on equal number to men?
No.
Thank you. Did women choose that? Like, you know what? I'll be home waiting for you. Go fight. I'll protect your home. Okay? That's what women signed up for. And that's what women are good for. I'm not saying good women are good to be in the kitchen. No, because I believe men...
You did?
No, because I believe men can make better food than women. Ta-da! You see?
Stop
Fuck
yourself.
me. Okay, but, I mean, there is certain physical abilities that men are more physically able than women. You cannot deny it.
Not because not all women can fight. That means they're
Thank
not-
you. Does that make a woman less of a woman?
No,
Thank you.
but that doesn't make
I
a
don't know
man
how it's related,
better
but I just had to throw that.
or not equal to a woman because he fights. Meanwhile, there
Yes,
there
that's
are
what I
women who
said.
fight.
It does not exist, nor it should, because there is many things, physical things, biological things, mental things, many things that separate men from women. And I'm not saying men are better. We are better in some things, and you are much better in other things. I'm saying
Don't
it.
say the word better. There's no
What?
better.
Okay, let me use the word capable. How about that? We are capable of things you are not capable of. And the same goes for you. Women are capable of things we men are not able to do it.
My point is,
Go ahead.
yes, you're capable of certain
So
stuff.
you brought an example of you made an accident, your husband went
Yeah,
to the
that
police
example.
station on your behalf, which is, in my perspective, a good thing. He's trying to do something on your behalf. So how is that a bad thing?
A bad thing?
Yeah, how I fail to understand. How is helping you out a bad thing?
It's not about helping out. You can help me out by being with me. And
Look, if my wife made an accident, personally, I would be with her. I wouldn't send her back home. And I don't recall anyone of my relatives, friends, just send them their wives, girlfriends, friends. Like, you know what? Just go home, I'll take care of it. Nor it legally is possible because the police has to have you in custody to fix it. So another example, my friend. How is men more, I don't know, prioritized?
they're prioritized.
Tell me an example. Be brutal. Don't give a shit. No filter.
I didn't prepare this examples. I just have it like in sense, you know. I don't have it in words, but I feel.
That's the thing. Women are driven by emotion, while men are driven by brain. It's not a good thing though, for neither. But yeah. Look, this is what I was about to say earlier. Roles been evolving with time. Long time ago, a man was a provider, and there is no discussion about it. A man provides. He doesn't give a shit what's happening in his house. He goes back home. His meal should be waiting for him. His kids should be smiling to him. And I'm not saying that's right. Look, I'm not saying that's right. Okay? But that's how it was. You see? A meal is waiting for him. His clothes are waiting for him. Everything is perfect. He comes home, he eats, he chills. But at the end of the day, he does whatever he does, and then he goes sleeps. I'm not saying that's right, but it's how it was. But with time, men are practicing, men are doing more chores at home. Let me personally speak. I make breakfast at home most of the time. Yes, my wife does a lot of other things, but personally, I make the breakfast at home every day. I try my best to cook, and I take my son out every single day. I mean, you guys saw me.
Yeah.
You see me most of the time outside. I'm not saying I'm like a role model, but most of my friends, men, they do that. Most of my friends, they cook for themselves. They wash their own clothes. They do everything for themselves. They help their wives. They are there for their wives mentally and physically and wherever. Nowadays, it used to not happen before. But here's the thing, and this is a conversation I had with a certain person. I'm gonna be brutal. Women now, they feel like, men are doing this. You know what? We want more. We're not gonna just stop here. We want more. And now that men are doing our jobs, we want to do their jobs. Okay, go work in the construction. Go work in a patrol station. Go work in a firefighting team. Go be something physically hard. Can you do that? No, you can't. Nuclear factories, most 99% men. War, army, 99% men. Most dangerous jobs done by men.
By men.
And women do not even sign up for it. Why? They're just, you know what? I want gender equality. And here's the thing. My mom, let me bring this. My mom is a very tough woman. And she dedicated her life. She sacrificed her life, as a matter of fact, for me and for my siblings. She literally made us from scratch. I saw my mom taken, or we say in Arabic, taken out of her mouth just to put in our mouth. So if my mom comes to me and she tells me, you know what, I want gender equality, somehow I would understand where she's coming from, because she took on the role of the mother and the father at the same time. I'm not saying my father did not help. My father was not there because of his job. His job required him traveling most of the time. So my mom took on both roles. So a woman like this, yes, she has the right to say, I want gender equality because I've done both roles. Most girls, I'm not going to say women because I'm insulting women this way.
You just called me a girl?
Most girls.
Okay.
Nowadays, they ask for gender equality and I'm like, bro, you're still 20. What gender equality do you know about? You still a whole life up ahead. You haven't tried things.
You can't just decide the gender who deserves the gender equality.
I'm not saying.
Without, there are a lot of...
Can I ask you something? Why most dropouts are men?
Most what?
University dropouts are men. 90% of them are men, not women.
Yeah.
Why? Because they feel like, you know what, I need to provide. And I need to provide. Look, you're a different case because you took care of your family members and you were studying at the same time, which doesn't happen most of the time. Because generally men take on that role. Men, they're like, you know what, now I have to work to provide. You know what, I'm not going to go to school. So they drop out to take care of their family or take care of themselves at least. Most of the time, women, they're like, no, you're not. I want to continue studies. A long time ago, yes, of course, women, they were not allowed to go to school or whatever, but we're talking about nowadays. Yes, there was no fairness to women back in the day, I admit. But now, modern life, modern society, I told you I'm not going to interrupt you, but I ended up interrupting you. Go ahead.
No. It's fine.
What do you think? Go ahead. Thank you. So tell me how am I wrong?
No, you're not that wrong. It's just that you missed the part of it.
What part did I miss?
You're replying to me right now as a 20 years old girl.
How old are you?
22.
22?
Yes. Abdurrahman, you can't just underestimate my 22 years of life.
I'm not underestimating.
You just did.
My eye was itchy.
Okay.
Go ahead. By 22, I was promising my wife big things. I was young. I didn't know what's coming. And life fucking hit me right in the face. Told me, no, bro. Whatever promises you're given, you can show them. So yeah, go ahead. 22, you're still young, bro.
I'm young?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's the thing that I am. Yes, I am young.
Yeah, what are you complaining about then? What gender equality? Look, can I ask you something personal? Not personal, general. Have you applied for a certain job, and you were refused just because a man applied to?
No.
Thank you. So, okay. Have you been into a situation where you were not preferred because you're a female?
Yes.
Tell me that, please. And time. What was it? Be honest. It's a safe space. Look, I don't judge. I honestly don't judge. Who the fuck am I to judge?
No.
Huh?
I'll change the answer no.
You change the answer to no? Why? You don't want to mention it?
Yeah.
You know that I'm not going to edit it out. You see?
I'll change the answer to no.
Okay, cool. I mean, how... I'm still trying to understand. How did you come to a conclusion where gender equality should exist?
Because, that's the thing I was trying to say a while ago. That at some point, where you come from or what you have to do, what you have to provide, will make a big difference on their
Your
back.
passport makes a difference. Passport doesn't know any gender. Your passport controls your whole future. That's not fair. I mean, this guy has a passport much better than mine. I am more educated than him. He has better opportunity just because of his passport. That's not fair. Life is never meant to be fair. Okay? Can I say, you know what? I want the passport equality. I want all the passports to be the same. No, I can't. No. Nor it should. You see? So, I'm still waiting for an answer from you. Tell me, where is the part where gender equality should exist?
Okay.
One place, in my personal opinion, taking care of kids. That's where it should exist. Because men should take care of their kids as much as women should take care of their kids. I mean, Bahtiyar, I'm going to give a credit. Bahtiyar is a great father. I see him most of the time taking care of his kids, shooting great videos, photos of his kids, and spending quality time with his kids. Did Bahtiyar choose that? Yes. Was he forced to do that? No. It's not like his wife told him, no, bro, I can't do this anymore. You're going to have to take care of your kids. I can't. Look, there is a clear, sign whether you're forced to do this or you want to do this. Because yesterday we met, Bahtiyar and I, and his kid and my kid together. So we had a really good time. His kid, my kid, they were playing together, and we were kind of chit-chatting and working together. That didn't stop me from working. That didn't stop him from working. That didn't stop us from living our lives. Some men, unfortunately, they're like, you know what? I have to work. I have to do this. I have to provide. They just abuse the word provide to run away from their kids and responsibilities. And that's the only place where I feel like, yes, there should be gender equality. Other than that, it does not exist, nor it should. You want to say something? Come over.
No, I can't.
Why can't you?
I can't.
Okay, tell her to do this.
Okay, listen. First of all, I'm in favor of the passport. I don't believe in gender equality.
Thank you so much.
Raad is trying to say.
We have a third mic. Do you want to join?
What?
We have a third mic. Do you want to join?
I don't think so. I'm just trying to figure out this to say.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
rephrase Raad's word beautifully because Raad's advocate Raad's advocate, her name is Hadil. She's behind the camera right now, but she refuses to join us to the show because she's extra famous. She doesn't want to cancel the show. Anyway, so she says what she means by gender equality is the society's point of view of men and women. That's what you mean. And how men are allowed to do certain things, girls are not allowed to do it. And what else?
Men can do the worst and still women can't do it.
Yeah, that's...
Women can't do decent stuff until they can or whatever.
Okay, cool. It's like... Yeah, and how, as I said, how guys are allowed to do things, girls are not allowed to. And that, my friend, is not about gender, it's about society. And that's something we didn't cover earlier, but I criticize society. I mean, this whole show might be about me criticizing society. Look, my personal opinion about this. Yes, unfortunately, there is no equality when it comes to guys and girls, when it comes to their, let me call it actions and mistakes and whatever. We're not talking about responsibilities right now. We're just talking about actions. And the example that you brought earlier about a guy can be out of the house for like late hours and girls are not allowed to. Yes, that's wrong. In personal opinion, I feel like there should be consequences when it comes to this. For example, I'm going to be clear and open. A guy can hook up with as many girls as possible and he's going to be called a man, tough. A girl cannot do that. A girl is going to be called a bitch. Yeah? And that's wrong for both. But let's talk physically, okay? At least to the example that I brought. Physically speaking. Not physical, no, not physical speaking, not physical abilities. I'm a guy, I started dating my wife. I hooked up with 100 girls before her. And I came to her. I told her, I've never met a girl before. How's she going to find out? If she doesn't find out through someone snitching, how's she going to find out? She can't. There's absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. She can see, notice, absolutely nothing. A girl doesn't have the ability to do that. And here's the thing. A guy can be late, like can be out of the house for late hours. And if he's walking back home, a thief, let's say, might think twice before robbing them. A girl is an easy target due to physical abilities. And I'm not saying, what are the odds me robbing a girl and that girl is like a black belt? Slim to none. But a guy, if he's a bit bigger than me in size, I'd be like, let me find another target. And that's due to physical abilities. Everything in life is about physical. I'm really sorry. Like, I agree. This is not fair. I 100% agree. This is not fair. When it comes to actions and mistakes, everyone should be held accountable. But this is how life it is. It is what it is. And this is the only thing. Yes, girls, I feel you. But hey.
It is different.
It is different.
It is different.
And unfortunately, it's going to stay the same.
No,
Yes.
shouldn't be. Because the same way that you should...
Should I ask you something? I don't want to interact to religious topics, but why most of the time in Islamic religion, men are allowed to divorce on the spot, while women are not allowed to?
They're more like... Because they think of with their minds.
Thank you. Emotions. Because a woman will like, take the trash out. Can you give me... You divorced! I'm like... I just said, give me 5 minutes, bro. I said, divorced! And I just go back to my father. I'll be like, she divorced me. And then 5 minutes later, my brother's gonna walk in and he's like, I took 5 minutes longer in the toilet and I got divorced. Bro, this is... Okay, as you said, it's about mental, it's about emotion. Girls are always driven by emotion, while guys, we are told, there's a song, boys don't cry. But we're not allowed to cry. We're not allowed to express emotion. We're not allowed to... The only time I cried is when Jiraiya sensei passed away in Naruto. How dare you not know Jiraiya sensei? This whole sock. She's the kind of person I am. So, yes, men are not allowed to show emotion. That's toxic. That's wrong. I feel like men should show emotion. Men should express their... the highest suicide rate are men. The highest depressed people are men. The highest number of in mental... I don't know, therapy, asylum, whatever they call it. Men are just suffering the most. And then some 20-year-old girl comes to like 22-year-old girl, like, I want gender equality. No, bro, you're not gonna have it. Do you want stress? Do you want to die by the age of 40?
I do go through all of that, by the way. And the moment you say that men use their minds more without their emotion, it's even more offensive. If you do use your mind, then why don't you have the ability to understand why I should do certain stuff?
We filter out emotional things because, as I said, okay, sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. Continue.
Yeah, we just filter out emotional things. But we're not into drama llama. Like, yesterday, one of our friends was going through some difficult times. And my other friend, his name is Charles, was with me in the car. At the same time, like simultaneously, we looked at each other like, bro, we don't have time for drama. That's it. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? And he said, I don't have time for drama. I was like, that's exactly what I just said. I mean, no drama llama. Sorry. And here's the thing. The third friend, it's a guy. It's a guy. Like, a guy expressing his issues and we're like, fuck your issues. Fuck your emotions. Because that's how you man up. I mean, the other day I saw a post on Instagram and I commented and I got attacked on Instagram. Shitload of people. A guy was recording himself in a toilet mirror, such a good place. And he was saying, I was talking to my therapist and my therapist told me, you know what? You're not lazy. You just, your energy is selective. And I think I've been using my energy in wrong places, whatever. And he was just expressing his emotion and I just commented, man up, bro. You're just lazy. And fucking hell, everyone just started like, he's going through shit and you just told him to man up. I'm like, yeah, bro, just man up. Put on the man cape and leave your issues back on kryptonite and come to earth. So that's how you do it. Anything else you want to add to
This topic? No.
to this topic?
No, just that I really want men to believe that at some point in life, we are forced to do stuff and we should have the trust to be able to do the same as what you guys do.
Yeah. You should trust us when I tell you I'm going to just take the trash out in 5 minutes. Trust me, I'm going to take it out in 5 minutes. You don't have to remind me every half an hour. You see?
You see, I would have to remind you every half an hour. Because...
The joke. Okay, no, honestly, look, there is a stress happening on both parties, but the only difference is that by the time we sleep and wake up next thing in the morning, I don't know, something like, there is like a tiny, I don't know, jinn, demon, angel, whatever, comes and clicks the reset button in our head. Like, sleep it off, bro. Yeah, because I mean, I can be having the most devastating day in my life, and I'd be like, you know what? I just make myself a cup of coffee and go sleep. That's it. Wake up on the next day and nothing. And that's not right, because I think I'm gonna have a heart attack someday.
Coffee and sleep. But it's okay. I'll just keep it here, leave it here.
You're gonna just leave there. Okay, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Be honest. Did that change your point of view at any point?
No.
No?
No. You made it worse.
I made it worse?
I have to go and
do what?
And have more conversations.
With yourself? Persona?
Yeah.
That, okay, look, it helps. Trust me. Look, my friend the other day got
You
married.
just want me to talk to myself?
I do talk to myself. Look, my friend got married the other day and he told me, you've been married for a few years. What advice do you give me? I was like, talk to yourself. I was like, what do you mean talk to yourself? I was like, yeah, there should be like always a persona, and that persona is the exact opposite of you. That's the definition of persona. Talk to that person. And bro, trust me, at some time, the persona is going to talk back to you. And
Scary.
that persona is going to make so much sense because, for example, something is happening at home, outside and everything, and I look back at my persona, I'm like, what do you think, bro? And he'll be like, fuck it, bro. That's the most thing he says. Fuck it, just ignore it. You see, at some point nowadays, I can be having a conversation with someone on the phone and they say something that I don't like, and I just hang up. That's it. Easy. Like, simple. So, talk to yourself. I don't know. I don't want to talk to yourself, manipulate your persona, but you're going to find it, your persona telling you, asking you this question most of the time. Is it worth it? Is it worth, like, now you're going to do this and this, and you're going to say that and that and that. Is it worth it? Just drop it, man. Woman. I'm sorry, I called you man. Woman. I don't know where I was going with this.
No.
Sometimes I start a sentence and I just hope it finds its way. And that's a reference from the series called The Office. So, do you watch The Office? How dare you? You watch a musical. How dare you watch a musical? Yes, yesterday you sent me a video. You're like watching some musical shit. What is it? Joker 2? Yes. That's a musical, bro.
It was shit.
It was absolute. That movie is trash, bro. Some movies should be just left at, like, the first part. Yeah. And that's it, yeah. Hey everyone, this is Diverse Brew. Next time we're gonna have Hadil on the show.
Exposition.
So yeah, I think this is it for the show, guys. Unfortunately, Raad did not have anything to counterattack what I said, and I'm going to consider this as a win. And Ives, you are very lucky that you're not on the show because I know how good and respectful person you are. So thankfully, you're not on here because you might stop me from saying whatever I said. So yeah, good night, everyone. It's even morning. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Maybe because
you.
she's too young, I said good night.
Oh
It's
my
sleeping
god.
time,
Oh my god.
bro.
You just underestimated when we're having a beef after this. We're literally having a beef.
Bring it on, my friend.
Thank you guys for being here. And thank you, Abdurrahman, for inviting me to the show. And have a nice day.
Bye bye. Adios.